Здравствуйте in Russian means hello and welcome to my channel. It is always a pleasure, like I always say, I never miss that, to tell you that it's actually always a pleasure to have you watch my videos. If you're just joining us for the very first time, yay, welcome. It is always very nice to also have new people around to dilute our own regular folks. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through a process of liking, subscribing, sharing, and clicking the notification bell. So if you look below this video, there are some buttons there. Just to make it easy for you, just click like, click subscribe, click the notification bell, and share, so that people can always have access to very important information like this, and together we can save children all over the world. So today I will just be answering some questions about immunization. So I'll be talking about immunization. I have some questions that people have been asking me or that have asked me before, and I term them as the frequently asked questions about immunization. And that is what we'll be talking about today. So I have 10 questions. If your question does not come up in the ones I'm going to discuss, you can drop me a message in the comment box below and ask your questions. I'll answer them. If I even need to make a video to address those issues, I would I'm always pleased to make videos to address issues and to respond to people's comments. And then if you feel you're not clear about one thing or the other, just drop it in the comments box below. And if you also feel that you want to send me some private or personal messages, you can send me your email at yourbabiesdoctor@gmail.com, or send me a DM on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at yourbabiesdoctor. That means you have to also follow me. Yes, you should actually also follow me on social media. Okay, so let's get to it. On my board here, I have 10 questions, and I'm going to try to answer them as fast as I can so that this video will not. I'm always saying so that this video will not be long, because I know that long videos can actually be very discouraging. So I try to make my videos quite short, condensed with information, and very explanatory. So let's hope this one too is one of them. All right, so the first question is, what do vaccines do? Yes, I think by the time we understand the basis of vaccines and how they work, then it will be easy for us to actually understand and see the reason why our children actually need vaccines. So vaccines are substances that are actually given to someone either by injection or by mouth to stimulate an immune response. So an immune response is your body producing what I like to call soldiers to fight against illnesses. So I like to make this very easy for us all to understand, and then I'll make it a tale of two cities. So city A versus city B, or country A versus country B, whichever one you want to use. Now country A is the human body, and country B is the organism, so a virus or a bacteria that is looking forward to attack the human being. All right, so the country A has never had an encounter with country B before. And then suddenly country B, which is the organism, barges into the country A and attacks them. You know what the outcome is going to be. It's going to be very brutal, because the organism, country B, have been preparing for quite a number of time. They have their artillery, they have everything they want to use to fight. And then they meet our own country, that's the human country, at the point where their guard is already left. So the second scenario will now be country B, which is the organism's country, had one of their stray soldiers, walk into country A. And then country A soldiers actually, held on to their soldier. They drilled him, they tortured him, they learned his ways, they learned about the artillery, they learned about everything that they have. So country A, which is the human body, goes ahead to prepare against the time when country B will come. When country B comes, country A, which is the human body, is going to finish it. Finish. Okay, I watch a lot of movies. It's going to finish up the whole process in no time. So that is basically what vaccines do. So when we are vaccinated, our bodies are exposed to a part of the virus, or even to the virus itself that has been killed, which is why we are going to talk about the two types of vaccines that are available. We have the killed ones and the life attenuated vaccines. So for the live vaccines, yeah, they are still alive, but they have been kind of deactivated so that they will not cause a lot of problems for whoever is getting them. While for the killed ones, they've already killed the vaccine and they are giving us the dead vaccine so that the body would, recognize the structure of the vaccine, the parts of the vaccine, so that when any part of that vaccine comes into the body system, the body is ready to fight it. Have produced soldiers, which we call antibodies, to fight against this part of the vaccine, of the virus or the bacteria that we call antigen. So that is how vaccines work. The second question I have here is, when and what vaccines should I get? All right, so for the timing and the type of vaccines that you would get, this is dependent on your country. So for Nigeria, there are quite a number of vaccines and when you should get them. So I'm going to put that in the next picture. I'll post a picture now that will give us the vaccines and when to get them. So the third question here is, does vaccination mean that my baby will never be infected? Unfortunately, no. Getting vaccinated does not necessarily mean that your baby will still not be infected with that illness. However, it will reduce the severity, and then of course in very severe cases it would reduce the chances of your child being hospitalized or even dying from the disease. So yes, the fact that your child is vaccinated protects your child against the illness, but let's assume that it does not even protect your child against that particular illness. Then it will help your child not to have the deadly type of illness or the very severe one. So yes, that is what vaccine does. And so the next question is about side effects and safety of vaccines and how to prepare for vaccination. Well, like everything in this world, however sweet, however not sweet, there are always side effects to everything. Same thing with vaccines. There are side effects to vaccines, and each vaccine has its own side effects. It would be nice for you to ask at every point in time, or even read it up, depending on the vaccine you're taking. But there are some general side effects of vaccine. Even I had some from getting the COVID-19 vaccine recently. So you can have pain at the site of the vaccination. Child can be fuzzy, irritable, it can swell. Child can even have fever, and in some extreme cases, they can actually suffer from a disease from the vaccine. Okay, so those are some of the side effects of the vaccine. But about safety, it has been said that vaccines are generally safe and their benefit outweighs the risk like 1,000-fold. So yes, you should actually get your child vaccinated. As a way of preparing for vaccines, well, there are some medications, pain relief, some antipyretics. That's the one that you use for fever, paracetamol, that would actually be prescribed to you after you've given your child the vaccine, so that the effects of the vaccines will not be so bad on your child. There are some children that actually have allergies to some substances that they use in making vaccines. There are some vaccines that they make with eggs. So for children that have egg allergies, they might actually have allergic reactions. So that's why you should actually know what is in each vaccine, so that you'll be able to ask questions and be guided as it is. So the next one, if I skip a vaccine, what should I do? Well, if you skip a vaccine, you should start from where you stopped, okay? A lot of times you should just start from where you stopped. And if you've not started taking your child's vaccine and your child is up to a particular age, they will actually start the vaccination from the time that the child presents to you. Okay, so you should start from where you stop. You should not say, because I skipped this particular one, then I'm not going to get any other one again. The next question here says, good hygiene and hand washing are better than vaccine. So this one, good hygiene, hand washing, keeping everywhere clean is actually very important. And so is vaccine. Vaccine is also very important. Both of them have their role to play. Each one is kind of like dependent on the other. Okay? So yes, you can actually prevent a lot of diseases and sicknesses by washing your hands regularly, by cleaning your environment. But there are some that you actually, for instance, those airborne diseases, and you have tried so much, your environment is clean, but your child still gets it anyway, from daycare, from crèche, from people, from church, from gatherings. So yeah, everything has their role to play. Hygiene has its role to play, and vaccines also have their role to play. So the next question here says, are vaccines not too much per time? Yes, I know a lot of parents will feel like, especially those ones you take as the 6th week, the 10th week, and the 14th week. If you are in Nigeria, I don't know if it's the same thing where you are. We call them the pentavalent vaccine. They will take it, it has 5 vaccines in one. They will take it again with pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. So it feels like, you people are suffering my child. My child is taking a lot. And that penta, I know a lot of parents actually complain about pentavalent vaccine. Like whenever they give their children pentavalent, the children just go haywire. They are angry, they are crying, they are fuzzy, irritable, and they feel like, is it not too much for my baby to handle? No, it isn't too much for your baby to handle. The good thing is your baby's system is able to accommodate all this. So no, the vaccines are not too much per time. It has been tested, it has been proven, and it has been said that the number of vaccines you get per time is actually not too much for your baby. All right, next question says, can I get infected by vaccines? Yes, unfortunately so. There are some vaccines that can actually get you infected. And if you remember, like I said earlier, live vaccine, killed vaccine. The live vaccine is just inactivated. But some of them, on rare occasions, when they get to the body, they become, masters of everything, and then they start wreaking havoc. Although most of the time, the illness you get from the vaccine is not as bad as the one you get from the organism itself. So yes, some live vaccines like measles, chickenpox, yellow fever can actually cause diseases. And then the next question, which is the second to the last question, is rotavirus and interception. What do you want to say about it? Okay, so there was this vaccine, Rotavirus, which was noticed to have some relationship with interception. It was noticed, I think, about 30-fold increase in rate of interception in children that actually had the Rotavirus. Okay, so that time they were beginning to say, okay, Rota vaccine actually increases the chances of a child having interception. Interception is when the intestine goes into, okay, I will talk about interception in a video. I have it already in my diary, so I'm going to make a video. But in recent times, there are new vaccines like the Rotatec and Rotarix. These ones are known to be safe, and the chances of a child getting interception generally does not increase with the use of Rotarix and Rotatec. So these are actually safe, and these are the ones that they're actually giving now. So yes, that problem of rotavirus vaccine and interception has reduced significantly. And then the last question. All right. I missed the question before that one. Does vaccine mean my baby will never be infected? Okay, no, I already answered that question. The only one that actually, I forgot to add that the only one that, one of the vaccines that actually offers a lifelong immunity is measles vaccine. And it offers lifelong immunity in about 96%. So if you actually have measles, if you actually had measles vaccine, you are not likely to have measles infection. Although a lot of factors will be responsible for someone developing measles after having the vaccine, like cold chain issues, administration issues, and a lot of things like that. All right, so yes, the last question: natural immunity versus vaccines. This person feels that natural immunity is way better than vaccine. But I want to tell you that when a virus or a bacteria or an organism has access to you, you can't control how it goes. It can go really bad, cause a lot of problems. Of course, sometimes when you come out of that illness, it feels like, yes, I've overcome it, and all. But why not just get the vaccine, which has the ability to actually prevent the illness from happening? And of course, sometimes if the illness would happen, it will give you a less severe illness. It will reduce the chances of someone dying from such illness. I mean, someone that, let's take, for example, someone that has COVID-19 now, for example. When someone has COVID-19 disease, you can't know the outcome. Some will die from it, some will do a little better and all that. But for someone that has the vaccine, that's the COVID-19 vaccine, as I said, that it prevents it in a number of cases. I think it's about 68% efficacy for AstraZeneca, the one I had. It can reduce the severity of the symptoms. So instead of having the need for ventilators and all that, you can just have very mild symptoms. And of course, reduces death. So that is the same thing. Vaccine goes a long way to reduce the severity of illnesses. Tuberculosis vaccine, BCG, that we get at birth, reduces severe illness, but does not necessarily mean that you will not get infected. But anytime you get infected with tuberculosis, the intensity or the severity of the illness is lower. So yes, natural immunity, good when you have it. But please get vaccinated so that you would actually not really need to actually have the disease. So this is basically the 10 questions that I have here. I hope I've been able to answer your questions. If you have questions that are different from this, please drop them in the comment box below. If I answered any question and you're not so clear, you want me to still expatiate, talk more about it, hit me in the comment box below. And if you want me to talk about anything about children, child health, and well-being, in the comment section below. So thank you so much for joining me again today. Remember, you can follow me on social media platform at your baby's doctor, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can send me a mail if it's something private at yourbabiesdoctor@gmail.com. And it is always a pleasure. If you have not gotten vaccinated against COVID-19, I got it. I'm doing well. You should get yours too. Thank you so much and see you soon.